She be watching my streams go up. She be calling me viral.
You need me. You guys need me.
Oh, dang.
This video better be good.
Yo, there's no way she's alive.
Hey, don't move.
Did she land on her feet?
Hold on now. Oh, shit. Oh, dang. Dang. Oh, shit. Yo, there's no way she's alive.
Don't listen to them. Wait. Also, you might get copyrighted. Don't listen to them. Low key it is. Think of the future, bro. Editing wise, bro. It's better when I'm like involved and I'm engaging with the video actively. You feel me?
Roll that intro.
Dude, is this just a thing that all black YouTubers do? We all have like our little intro like this. I might have to revamp mine actually. My intro is cool, but I might need to redo
Any
it.
form of media that has an ounce of story, there will obviously be some narrative elements to make the story more compelling. After encountering enough stories, you'll start to notice certain patterns being used across a multitude of series and genres. Things like the assembly of a team or a character searching for a treasure are all common patterns seen in many narratives. What I've just described to you is a plot trope, and there's a whole lot of them that we see. But it would be a bold-faced lie if I were to say that every trope was good. So in today's video, I want to talk about the tropes that I, and likely other people, find very annoying. And as we work our way through the video, the tropes will get more egregious and challenge my suspension of disbelief to the fullest. There will be no manga spoilers, but anime spoilers are going to be in this video, obviously.
Okay.
With that being said, we're going to start off with tropes that bring some minor annoyances, fairly trivial stuff, but worth mentioning. And the first one is the infamous line, "He's right behind me, isn't he?" Which
I
is just
hate
a meme
that.
at this point.
That's
It's
annoying.
been a staple line in so many TV shows and films for years, and there was a time when the line was actually funny, but that time was like 15 years ago. It doesn't really bother me when I hear it in a movie or see it played out in other settings, but it can be really corny when it's used unironically as a joke in a comedy movie. I think nowadays the trope is better when the character doesn't even say anything and they just have a look of doom and despair on their face. It's just funny to see how funny a face a character can make when they're caught lacking. This Lex Luthor panel gets me every single time.
Yeah.
Anyone else the gravity of the situation he's in. The Henchman and Spider-Man games also just look hilarious if you pause the game while you're fighting them. And I
think it's when anyone says the English please, bro. To be fair, that line is for kids too young to hear it before. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If it was like ages ago, like early 2000s, it was okay because it was our first time hearing it. But this line has been way too overused now.
We all have this face if we knew Spider-Man was about to cave our souls into the pavement. But I think we can all agree that Bleach is the king of these types of shots, and they honestly never get old.
Oh, they're
Besides
so
that,
good.
There's not really much else to say aside from the trope being extremely played out. Another trope I see people have a problem with is the whole idea of the MC or a majority of the main cast being the chosen ones or some legend from prophecy.
Oh
and I
my
can understand the
god.
frustration.
Regular show was so funny with this though. The way they did it was perfect. I can't lie. When the smart kid says something smart, yeah, or them peeking their heads around a corner and it's stacking, oh yeah, or the ethnic nerd hacking into the mainframe. It doesn't even have to be the ethnic nerd, it's just a small, scrawny kid.
And agree with it a bit. I think this comment brought up a good point about how the whole trope can low-key shift the trajectory of a character's journey. In the cases of Naruto and Luffy, we saw them grow and learn how to control their abilities they were given from a very young age, and it felt as if they were cleverly developing new strategies and abilities reflecting their growth as a character. But when you learn that they secretly had some overpowered fruit of legends, it kind of feels a bit watered down. Imagine if Naruto was the son of the Hokage, had amazing clan traits, and was the child of prophecy from the very beginning. All those trials and tribulations would feel less character defining because you'd expect him to win everything. However, I do think the trope is realistic in a sense. The trope can work because we're following.
I kind of like the one in Blade Runner where he thought he was gonna be the guy that the legends were all talking about, and then it was like revealed at the end that it wasn't him, it was somebody else, and they'd implanted memories into him. Well, not this one specifically, but yeah, you get the idea. Bro, I hate these kind of videos sometimes because the quality is like
success story. So certain conveniences have to be expected when it comes to a character's progression. Naruto is trying to be Hokage, so although it may seem a bit BS to have him have all these favorable genetics, I kind of have to believe it. You typically do need some type of X factor to get you to the top. Same thing goes for Luffy when trying to find the One Piece, or basically any character that has a lofty goal. I also feel as if the writer has a large influence on how well a plot point like this can affect the story, which applies to most of this video. I'm just stating the obvious. Luffy still had to work to actually unlock these legendary abilities and whatnot.
That's
so in
fair.
a sense, this, it still feels like all of the extra powers and implications of this special fruit were earned. The chosen one trope is a case of something that I've grown to accept a lot more over time as something that's low-key necessary depending on the story. Alright, now we're gonna start getting into plot tropes that are low-key dumb as bricks. These
Okay,
are
let's
tropes
do it.
people typically identify as a stupid plot point. It's weird though, despite the widespread complaints, you'll see these tropes more often than not. The first of these tropes is the classic case of the villain monologuing long enough to allow the hero to escape. I feel as if we don't see as many egregious cases nowadays, but they're prevalent in some manner. People have already talked about how stupid this trope is, and I share a similar sentiment. Like, I get that it gives the hero an opportunity to make a comeback and win, but it's not even as if these villains are saying anything particularly interesting. It's usually some unfounded arrogance that they're expressing. Half of the time, they're just explaining their plan in great detail, believing it's foolproof. It makes it even worse when the villain actually wants to murk the hero and they just start talking, which objectively puts them in a worse position. The hero now knows everything about your plan, so if they're smart enough or, you know, have enough plot armor, they're going to be able to escape. The only argument I understand is when arrogance is a villain's primary trait and they want to embarrass the hero before their defeat. Another may be that they want to prove the hero and their convictions wrong.
That's what I would write. I'd write it like, okay. They're arrogant enough to explain their whole plan, right? They're explaining it, but boom, they still succeed, bro. They have to still succeed at that point. I don't like when they like, oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of the... It makes little to no sense to give a chance to someone you know can be the biggest obstacle to your goals. This trope only works when the hero and villain are debating ideals to make it more realistic. Like when Green Goblin and Spider-Man are yapping, that was pretty good. For Goblin to not murk Peter off rip because he's offering him an opportunity at a partnership. Aside from these cases, this trope just really should not be done in any serious movie. Okay, this next trope was one of the more notable ones, especially when it comes to tropes that people don't really like, and it's the power of friendship. And I'll be honest, I really don't think this trope is as bad as people say it is. I see this trope get a lot of flack for being overused, but I low-key think it's kind of realistic. The power of friendship is essentially when a character is able to win a fight because of the bonds of their friendship. I don't know if I'm crazy, it's kind of cute. It's kind of wholesome. I kind of like it.
I feel as if the power of friendship is sort of like when you have a crowd behind you to support whatever you're doing. Assuming your friends aren't there to clown you, if all your close friends are there to help you with something, would that not make you feel a bit more energized? Now, I'm not that delusional. When you're getting a power-up strong enough to start boxing up the person who was previously shrugging off your attacks, you're getting hit with the power of friendship allegations. Yes, shonen anime are typically guilty of using the trope in this manner, but it makes sense considering those series are meant for a younger audience. There are also some cases where the trope is handled correctly, where the close bond between two characters can help them push through certain trials and tribulations. I don't think this trope is cool in Hunter, but it still gets the side eye for me a lot because a lot of series use it so blatantly and don't even try to disguise it. Next trope I want to talk about is when characters hold back against their opponents. Dragon Ball characters are guilty of this one a lot. And let me be real with y'all, Dragon Ball fried my brain because I kind of understand why they do it so often. You can't just crush someone immediately with full power. You don't go on a track and run a race immediately at 100%. You can pull a muscle or something. Like if you know you're better than someone at a game, you gotta drag it out a bit so you can have some more fun. Really need to gauge their power a bit and show off while you're at it too. There's also a bit of mystery to a character when you know they can just violate at any moment. And plus, a lot of characters who do hold back do have a pretty good reason in doing so. I mainly refer to superheroes when I say this, as most of the time they have a stricter moral code and don't want to murk anyone. Take Spider-Man for example. He's legitimately too strong for his opponents most of the time. When Doc Ock took over Peter Parker's body, he punched off Scorpion's jaw, and I don't mean metaphorically or rhetorically or
like he literally the thing was off, bro.
His jaw got punched clean off. But there's a hidden problem that arises when you remind the audience that a character is holding back. When the character holding back eventually gets their lights punched out, it can get annoying because you know they can win the fight easily. Then there's the more obvious problem with characters holding back. It begs the question, why are you not just defeating your enemy instantly? It feels like these characters are just trolling because their reason for holding back is not valid whatsoever. Unless it's for the safety of the person or people around them. The reason is usually based on some selfish desire because they want to fight more. If you, as a functioning person, are genuinely concerned about someone's potential power, why wouldn't you go all out from the beginning to get rid of that possibility?
That's what I'm saying.
The villain who can transform and get stronger a chance to transform and win the fight. Half of these guys be having abilities that would dang near one-shot someone and they use it like one time or not at all. These characters would rather break the will of their opponent than win the fight because that makes sense. When
you're letting people get killed because you're it's dumb. It's bad writing. It's bad writing. That's what it is.
The world is in danger. And what's this? The villain took advantage of the opening you created, got stronger, and now they're beating the brakes off of you? Shocking. A character holding back will usually bring rise to holes in a story as to why the villain is able to run free after an encounter with one of the strongest characters in the series. And before I move into the next part, if you're enjoying the video so far and you're new, you might as well subscribe. With that being said, the next three tropes I'm going to briefly discuss are more so anime exclusive or related tropes. The first of the three being when the MC gets hit as a running gag. I think a lot of people dislike this trope because it's never really enjoyable seeing someone get punched for no apparent reason. The MC will just be living their normal life, say something a bit stupid, then get a concussion because of it. But I will say this, sometimes when some of these characters get hit, it's low-key justified. Like when Luffy randomly rockets all of his crewmates, some some of them being normal humans onto the ship in the blink of an eye, I think getting angry is a bit justified. Obviously, the response is not justified every single time, but I think sometimes people underestimate how many times these MCs do something brain-numbingly stupid. The next trope I want to talk about is fan service in general. Not sure if it really counts as
fan
a trope,
service
but
is the
it
worst,
really is
bro.
annoying to see. Take Fire Force, for example.
Bro, like, I just want to watch the show. Like, and sometimes I just want, not even some, I just want to see a story. I just want the story. That's all I want, is a good story.
Personally, I think the fan service allegations gets dragged just a bit because Tamaki doesn't really have that much screen time. But when she is on screen, it's almost guaranteed some fan service is afoot. 70% of the scenes she's in, some article
Yeah, shut up. Shut
will be
up.
coming off, and I'm being dead serious. Take this scene for example.
Don't please.
Look at the scenario, look at the timer. Does this even make sense?
It doesn't. It makes zero sense. Yo, you missed a couple videos. You missed we were discussing like false reports on streamers and stuff. If you don't like fan service and don't watch anime, what kind of stupid take is that? That's the worst take you've ever had. Bro, I'm not watching it for that. I'm watching it for the story. I just want a good story. That's all I want. That's all I want. I'm not watching it for the other things, bro. How down bad do you have to be to need fan service in anime? There's sites for that. There are other sites for that. It's never that deep.
If we just say it's comedy, are we really laughing about it that much?
I'm not laughing.
I've
never laughed at fan service. It's not funny, bro. It's weird. I'm not interested. Dilute your cartoons. Oh, bro. You're trolling.
Slipped,
You're not
fell,
serious.
Then pulled down her pants. What are we even doing here? I
It's
promise
weird.
you, without any of these scenes, the series will remain the exact same. The
Yes.
trope is really only good for the freaks of the world who enjoy it. Another trope that's
Oh, Ben! Why you threw him under the bus? They're not Ben,
annoying to
bro.
come across is when characters start explaining their ability. And while we're at it, let's lump in when people magically just guess the ability of their opponent. Both of them make little to no sense. In any type of fight, your biggest advantage
He's
is your
trolling. Ignore him. Ignore him, Shanghai.
opponent not knowing what you're capable of doing. Therefore, if that information gets revealed, you take away a lot of your advantage. So why on earth would these characters reveal their ability? Let me be clear. This trope mainly happens to help the viewer out and actually know what's happening during a fight. However,
That's
in
fair.
universe, it's still
But I wanna figure out what the ability is. Don't explain the ability to me unless it's JoJo. Sometimes it needs explaining. But like, I don't need the actual person. Don't explain your abilities if you're in a fight. Why would you tell somebody how your ability works? It doesn't make any sense. It's a dumb, very, very dumb choice. I don't get it. I don't get it.
still makes no sense. The only time it does make sense is in a series like Jujutsu Kaisen because revealing your curse technique makes it stronger. But even then, would it not be more beneficial to hit an enemy with an attack that they don't know how to counter? They do this in Bleach a lot. Y'all know I love my examples, so allow me to introduce you to the captain of the 3rd Division, Rose. This guy has a very strong Bankai that if you don't know what to do against it, you'll probably lose. Keep in mind, we are fighting in a war right now, so every battle matters. After popping his Bankai on the enemy, Rose has the bright idea to explain all the intricacies of his Bankai. Guess what happens to him after that?
He dies.
You revealed your ability and lost because your opponent thought of a way to counter it. Nah, I can't say I saw that one coming. Then honestly, anytime I see a character
Fairs.
guess an opponent's abilities off rip, I just call cap. We don't see it very often, but when we do, I just can't believe it that much. Like the character will get hit with the most basic application of the move and automatically understand how their opponent's ability works. But I do suppose a lot of the characters who guess the opponent's abilities are typically smart characters, so I can't really hate on it that much.
100% medical.
I don't get it. Why would you reveal, like, never reveal your full deck of cards,
Of this
bro?
video-
If I had, like, abilities, right, you wouldn't know what my ability was. I'd never tell you what it is. I'd make you think it was an entirely different ability altogether.
Has tropes that are flagrantly bad. I'm talking plot points that are a legitimate stain on a series or a movie. The tropes stray more towards bad writing than anything else. The first of these tropes I want to talk about is a plot twist. It's very hard to actually pull off a good and relevant plot twist, and most of the time they aren't executed very well. The point of a plot twist is to suddenly change the conditions or setting of the story to make it even more
3 superpowers I would want. Teleportation. Probably like enhanced like durability. Like enhanced Is it durability or would it just be like overall? Would I want like overall, like the whole spectrum of just like an amplified human, basically? Like I wouldn't be like a regular human. I'd be like 5 steps above a regular human. And maybe like just flame abilities in general, like fire manipulation and stuff like that. What would you guys pick? What would you guys pick? Let me know. There's 6 of you here. I get some. I knew it! I knew it! You're fuck. Ugh, I hate you so much. You're disgusting. You're actually disgusting. I knew you'd say that. You're sick. I hate you so much. I knew you were waiting to type that. Oh my god. You're actually sick. You'd want the Super Zero. Super Zero would be cool. But I need my teleportation in there as well. I need, yeah. Oh, you know, it'd be, okay. It would be, teleportation, the ability to build up, like, what's the word? To generate energy based off, like, friction. And, yeah, it'd be, like, enhanced durability or, like, a healing factor of some kind. Nothing too crazy. But just like a general like healing factor. I think I'd want to be Professor X. You just be out here just freezing people. Mind control, all of that. That's not that bad. I'd never be 5 steps behind you, manny. Never, bro. If I had powers, it's over.
Engaging narrative. However, there are so many times when the sudden change is way too drastic, making the plot more incoherent. For instance, look at 7 Deadly Sins. The ending was already...
for you, I don't know if you're still watching Fire Girl. Mind control so I can be Professor Sex. Alright.
Basically the entire series. Boom, there's another villain. Boom, there's a betrayal. Boom, character gets revived. Boom, boom, boom. You get the point.
You can't keep spamming plot twists. You cannot keep spamming plot twists.
Fully assumed to be the final battle into an actual final arc that wasn't really hinted at. It just makes me feel as if the plot twist was only there to check off a box. I know it was to set up the next series, but it just left me more bewildered than anything else. It's even crazier because there are already better plot twists in this series already, so this one just felt even more out of place. There are also the BS plot twists that make you feel genuine anger. Black Zetsu Shippuden comes to mind immediately. Or how about Lelouch and Euphemia?
Don't spoil that for me. Don't spoil that for me.
Kill off a character suddenly, usually as gruesome as possible.
I didn't mind the Shippuden one.
Possible to elicit some sort of shock value to the audience. Quite frankly,
crazy.
This trope has never been good. Neji's death in the war arc is a classic exhibit of a sudden character death. How dangerous the war really just feel like an FU to. That being said, it was done brilliantly. If you've seen Justice League,
I'm sorry if anyone was in here and that spoiled it for anyone.
Apocalypse War, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The movie essentially started murking a majority of the characters you watched for years across different movies. It was supposed to be the last movie of the universe, but it still doesn't change the fact that all these characters died to try to surprise the audience. Mind you, this movie universe wasn't always killing off characters every film, so this was out of the ordinary. The one time we saw a bunch of character deaths was
Stop putting a story in my fan service. You're sick.
Alternate future where basically everything went wrong. There's also the fact that all of these events got reset anyways, so there's little to no reason for any of it happening. However, I will say, shock value can be pulled off correctly depending on the series. For something like AOT, shock value deaths almost feel like a bit of a necessity because it's the reality of the world they live in. But besides those few exceptions, the sudden death of a character holds no value to me. I'm gonna give it a buck. This next trope is my least favorite one. I despise when characters get dumber for no reason and do things that are out of character. This is called plot-induced stupidity. I feel as if this is different from holding back because holding back is voluntary. Characters getting dumber just feels like the writers need to move the plot forward somehow, so they just give their characters a lobotomy. Goku's already not the brightest, but in his fight versus Super 17, his brain was completely turned off. He's fighting Super 17 and realized that this android may be absorbing or at bare minimum
why you say android like that,
amplifying
bro?
his ki blast. Kind of like, you know, other androids in the past. This idiot decides to spam even more ki blasts for no reason. Please, I implore everyone watching this video to go watch that fight. Goku uses Vegeta's technique more than Vegeta does. Even watched it 3 times Kamehameha at him. He throws up the classic cases of speedsters forgetting that they can run fast. Apparently, Quicksilver doesn't realize he's faster than speeding bullets and that you can actually push someone out of the way without taking their spot yourself. Other speedsters
that was dumb as hell.
Just as dumb. CW Barry. Sidebar, this show really is just cheeks. It really broke the inner child inside of me. Another case that didn't make sense to me at first was Gojo not going after one of the disaster curses in Shibuya. I was so confused as to why he went after the transfigured humans first. Then I actually decided to read what was happening in the scene, and it's a bit more forgivable since they gave some explanation as to why he didn't go after them. The curses probably would have woken up if he attacked them, but it's still kind of shaky because it's Gojo we're talking about. Plot-induced stupidity isn't mutually exclusive to fights, but it's the most clear when it's done in a fight. Oh yeah, I'll I didn't forget about you, Star-Lord. You dumb as bricks too. The next trope I'm gonna
I
discuss.
mean, that one wasn't that dumb. His girl got, you know what I'm saying? His girl got M'd off. Like, he felt a type of way about it. Like, he was emotional. I get it.
This is a bit more character specific, and it's related to Yu-Gi-Oh! And honestly, I'm really glad we're all mature enough to start admitting that Yami Yu-Gi-Oh! Was straight up cheating in his series. When I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! For the first time, I didn't know what was happening, so I just followed what the anime was doing. Then I actually took time to learn how to play and started rewatching the original series. This guy was straight up making up rules. This BS he did against Kaiba was straight cap. What do you mean my dragon is decaying from the inside out? This was factually Yugi during half of his duels.
Fine, I'll have Blue Eyes White Dragon attack over Dark Magician.
Were you not paying attention?
Paying attention to
The
what?
rotation of the moon around the
What?
Earth.
No.
Heart of the Cards is also the most cap ability I've ever seen. I'm supposed to believe that.
I don't get it because I didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh! But it kind of sounds like, you know, when you're playing, say like you're playing with like your nephew, your niece, or whatever, some kid in your family, right? You're playing with their toys, and then like you like defeat them with like an attack of the character of toy that you're using, right? And like, no, because my guy has this, and he's indestructible, and actually he can't die. That's what it feels like.
As long as he has faith in his deck, he'll get the card he needs. Imagine someone told you that
Heart of Cards means he can see his opponent's hand.
in real life, and they got the card they needed every single time. We'd all assume they're cheating. Remember, this guy's some pharaoh from centuries ago playing card games in the modern era. He's probably using some millennium magic to help him get the cards he needs. And just to top it off, here's Yugi drawing 4 cards when Pot of Greed only allows him to draw 2 cards. Animation error? I think not. That man is cheating. The second to last trope is, actually, let me just put it like this. No.
Weird,
It's a different
weird,
culture,
weird,
fine, whatever.
weird.
But come on, bro. This is just weird. I don't think I need to talk about how weird it is to portray adults as kids, and then even worse, put these characters in romantic
No!
positions. And anyone who thinks this image is completely fine because she's an adult, look at this image and tell
It's weird. It is weird. It's weird. It's weird. I don't care. All my characters are invisible to that attack. Yeah.
we wouldn't have to do a double take. I'm not spending too long on this trope. Let's just move on to the final one. And this trope is a character getting written out of the story only for them to return at the most convenient time. And this Loki is going to be a preview for a later video I got in the works right now. I just find it very interesting how fans of a certain
Sort of low key, high key is weird, bro. Why are you making an adult? An adult look like a child? You're like, oh yeah, and then you give them all excuses like, oh no, it's fine. She's like 108 years old. Make her look like an 108-year-old then.
series will dunk on
It's
other
weird.
series for bringing
It's
back
weird.
a thought to be dead character and not bat an eye when it happens in their own series. I understand that a lot of the time people don't care about narrative as long as their favorite character comes back, and I'm on that train too. I'd be the happiest person alive if they brought back Jiraiya, but when I see people calling it good writing because of foreshadowing, I start to question whether we saw the same thing or not. It's just hard for me to believe certain characters who are essentially in limbo come back at the exact moment needed to save the day. Stories will try to avoid this problem by making it apparent that we don't officially know the whereabouts.
If a character's dead, kill them. Kill them. That's it. It's dead.
Characters. Sure, that makes it make sense on how it happened, but it doesn't mean it was necessarily good. And I'm sure that there are some of you guys that are catching on to what I'm saying here, but I'm gonna leave a lot more of my argument for a later video. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, especially
I did
considering
enjoy
how
it.
much
I
longer it
did
is than
enjoy it.
usual. I feel a bit better not uploading super frequently.
You did well. You cooked here. You cooked here. I try to think of. I could do one more video, but I'm kind of hungry, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We'll do the Trey Rags videos. We'll do the Trey Rags videos.
I love Monday.com.
What's Monday.com?
You don't know.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Sir.
What's up?
Yeah, we're gonna need you to stop right here. The X-ray had picked up something on you, so sorry about that. Oh yeah, and it's in the groin area.
I ate. I had small stuff to eat already, like, so I've already broken my fast. Don't worry.
Just so you know.
Oh, this shit, man.
Hey, I know, but we're gonna have to pat you down, of course, and make sure you don't have anything on you. Just so you know, it's standard protocol. It's not gonna take too long.
You wanted to take you to a private room, sir?
What the fuck you mean a private room? What we need to go to a private? No, not this nigga. No, I'm not going nowhere with this nigga. Man, you don't even work.
The stream's not ended yet, bro. The stream's not ended yet.
Hey, sir, please calm down. But he does work here. That's our employee of the month, Glenn.
Wait, how is uniform, man? Where's uniform then?
Well, it's my day off, so
So you wake up on your days off to caress niggas?
I'm caressing you. It's checking you to make sure you don't have anything on
Well, if
you.
you just checking me, then what do we need a private room for?
Well, out of respect for you, sir, I was thinking that you might want to go to a private room. so people don't have to see what we're about to do to you.
What you mean what y'all about to do to me?
Pat you down and search for
Nah,
weapons.
I'm not, nah. Y'all got this freaked
Yo.
out airlines, man. I don't know what y'all trying
Whoa,
to do.
excuse me, sir. What is going on in my line over here? What is...
No, y'all work over here. He trying to take me to his private closet and oil me down.
Excuse me?
I wasn't gonna use oil. I was
I
just
ain't
gonna
rocking
search.
with that, man. We ain't rocking with that. You know we used to do to weird niggas like you back in the day?
That's how the character is, bro. You had to keep up with Trey Rag's lore. This is one of his characters that he be coming in, and he's always wearing a shiesty, and he's got like a weird like voice, weird mannerisms too. It's all innocent, but you know, he unintentionally be doing like the worst shit ever.
We used to tie cinder blocks to your ears and make y'all do jumping jacks. That's what we used to do. What you talking about? All these niggas you let walk by and you want to volunteer for me. What you volunteering for me for?
I don't know. I just felt like my team could handle everybody else, but when I saw you walk up, and I'm not accusing you of anything, it just seems like you're packing something dangerous, big bro.
Sir, please, we're just trying to get you to your flight. We're just trying to get
I
you.
ain't flying no more. I ain't flying. I'm walking.
Hey, sir,
walking
please
on.
calm down.
Get on
Sir, Glenn doesn't mean it like that. He doesn't.
Yes, he do. Look at his face. Look at his fucking face.
Sir, that's just his face. Sir, that's just his face.
Oh,
we don't know.
I'm out, man. I'm out.
Yeah, Glenn top 10 Trey Rags characters. Red shirt, Glenn. The guy from Dusseldorf. The old head is so funny, bro. He's probably in this video as well. Hold on.
Okay, Miss Anna.
Oh, no,
I
it's
finally
not.
got your bedroom clean, and I
Shut up.
And I changed the sheets. I put your old
Shut
sheets.
up.
Also put your old
Shut
sheets
the
in.
fuck up.
Also put your old sheets in the washing machine. So
Pussy.
accidents happen all the time. Okay, just don't stress too much about what happened earlier.
Shut the fuck up.
What happened was perfectly normal, and it is
Shut
not,
up. Shut up.
and it is not your fault. Okay,
I'm hungry. Give me some food,
I
Dr.
really don't-
Bitch.
Okay, Miss Anna, if you ask me nicely, I
Dr.
can
Bitch, give me some food.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna get you some food anyway, but let me just take you over to the TV. You can watch something on the TV and do that.
Oh.
Shit. Let it leave your mouth and watch what happened.
Oh.
Let it leave your mouth and watch what happened.
Oh.
I've been waiting to F you up all day. Come on, do it. I've been waiting since this morning when you shit yourself in the bed.
Oh.
I know you did it on purpose. You think I ain't heard you grunt? I know you did it on purpose. You pushed it, didn't you?
Oh.
You don't know how hard it was to not drown you in that tub.
Oh.
Okay. So if I was you, I wouldn't do it. If I was you, I wouldn't do it. Go ahead and swallow that spit. Alright, swallow that spit. Thank you. How about you take your medicine? I think it's about time you take your medicine. So let's just do that. Here you go. This in your mouth. Alright. Water. Alright. Here you go. Alright, come on, Miss Anna. Open your mouth. Miss Anna. Come on, open your mouth, Miss Anna. Why would you?
What an ending. Oh! What?
What I tell you? What I tell you?
No!
Shitty ass scream.
That's so crazy. Oh,
What's up then? Nothing. Come on.
whose grandma he beating up, bro? That is so crazy. That is insane. Alright, we got some good stuff to react to next week. We're gonna get to all these next week, I think, for sure. But now we wrapping up stream. Now we wrapping up. My hairs felt like so uneven like the entire time. Alright. I appreciate everybody for joining. W stream. Now we can put all the W's in the chat. Appreciate it. Is Matty still here, or did he just dip immediately as soon as he heard stream was ended the first time? Bro just wanted to know it was ended and dipped. Alright. But I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. God bless.
Baby, just check this out. All black, she got style. Got a bad bitch in my section and she rolling up that loud. Got tunnels on the couch. Keep running your mouth. They ain't